Let's do it.
Hi, and welcome to Screw the News. I don't know how many of you saw the notice I sent out, but Pelvis is seriously thinking about giving up Screw the News. I don't know whether I want to go on. Pelvis, in my mind, had a terrible accident. And may seem trivial to some people, but it's very important to me. It's something that I enjoyed for a long time in my life, and I actually like running my fingers through it, having, just stroking it, and now it's gone. And like I say, I don't know if I can, get back to being the jolly old me anymore. It just it's just not the same. And as painful as it is, I want to explain to you what happened. You might have seen on TV the ads for manscaping and all that. Well, my wife sent away for one of those because she said that some of the hairs tickled her face, and she would like me to clean up a little bit. So, and me being wanting to be a good husband, I figured that's the least I could do. So this is kind of embarrassing, but this involves two things. It involves the Manscaped tool and this dog. Okay, this is my dog, Lucas. He's a Great Dane and Lab. It's a nice dog, but he's actually the cause of this accident, and God, I wish it hadn't happened, but it did. So let me explain to you what happened. I was in the bathroom, and I had the water running and get in the shower. But I had that Manscaped tool was there, and I thought, well, be a good time to clean up before I get in there. So I'm standing there naked, waiting to get in the shower. And I know you girls are having a better time picturing that than some of you guys out there, but that's what was happening. And then, I'm trimming, and I'm trying to get the little stragglers out of there, and so like I said, so they wouldn't tickle my wife's face. And all of a sudden, that dog came in, and he stuck his cold nose where the sun doesn't shine. And I flinched, and I cut half of it off. I couldn't believe my fate. It's just, and this is a terrible picture, but my wife took a picture, and I just want to show you what those of you who are big fans of Pelvis and you don't think you want to see something like this, I'd turn away right now. But this is what it looked like after I cut half of it off. And this is what you got to deal with now. I don't know if I want to grow it back. My wife says, don't grow it back. You look 20 years younger. Now, that still makes me an old man, but what the hell? I'd like to get your opinion on it. And, it's just, if you think I should grow it back, let me know. If you think I go on like this. But honest to God, after having something that long and it's gone, what can you do? Well, let's get on with the show. Pelvis wants to talk a little business with you people out there. See if we can't do something together here to help independent artists. You know that I'm associated with JCB Music, Craig Blaine down in San Diego. I've been working with this guy for years. And we had a GoFundMe, and I got to fire that thing back up. Pelvis dropped the ball a little bit there. I've dropped the ball a lot there. I want to get it back into the motion here, but it seemed to be because of the situation with the COVID and all that, and people out of work. I can understand why people aren't donating money. So we're going to hook up with a bunch of different companies. We're going to be affiliated with them. We're going to be affiliates, and all those links will be down below. So if you need anything, check our links first, and maybe you can go through the show here, and we can get a little commission off that. And all the money's going to go for producing music for independent artists, and that's the only reason I'm doing it. And another thing that I hooked up with is it's like Patreon, but it's called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. Now, Pelvis loves his coffee, so if you want to go on down there and click on that link and buy Pelvis a cup of coffee, or hell, if you want to buy me 10 cups of coffee, I'll get jacked up like a 10-cent kite on 30 cents worth of string. I don't care. And we just want to monetize this as quickly as possible so we can make some money and get somebody produced. Like Greg and I did that already with the GoFundMe. We had 3 people contribute to that, and we got to help this girl out with a song. And later on, not in this show, but later on, we'll rerun that so you can see what we did with that money. And that's the only reason I want to monetize this show. And I want to do it quicker than YouTube. All their requirements, all that, it's kind of tough to meet those requirements. So we want to get some money going through here so we can help people out. So if you can do that, go buy me a cup of coffee first off. Go down there and punch that thing. Buy old Pelvis a cup of coffee, all right? Appreciate it. All right. Well, I'll tell you something. Holy Jesus, holy Jesus. I was on YouTube today and I found Kelly Zervis. You can't take my soul. I tell you what, I'm gonna play a little snippet of this. I mean, this is just off the cuff. I saw it today. I called her up and I said, Kelly, I want to spotlight that song. She said, be my guest. And so here we go. Take a listen to this song and see if it affects you the same way it did me. Here's a couple minutes of it. Here we go. Go ahead, Kelly. Take it.
Every morning that I wake up, I got a brand new day. Every morning that I wake up, I got a brand new day. And you can't take my soul away. You can't take my money when they lay me down. You can't take my money when they lay me down. You can't put my soul 6 feet underground. You can't take my guitar when it's time to go. Yeah, you can't take my guitar when it's my time to go. But you'll never, ever take my soul. 'Cause I'm gonna fly high. I'm gonna fly high. Straight to the sky. Straight to the sky. 'Cause you can't take my soul when I die. You can't take my stuff when I'm dead and gone. You can't take my stuff when I'm dead and gone. But you'll never, ever take my song. 'Cause I'm gonna fly high. I'm gonna fly high. Straight to the sky. Straight to the sky. 'Cause you can't take my soul when I die.
Well, I'll tell you what. If your toe wasn't tapping on that one, take your pulse. You may be damn dead already. All right? So, Kelly Zervis, her link's down below here. Go on her channel. She's got I mean, this girl's, like I keep saying about her, she's prolific as hell. I mean, she writes a song every minute, I think. You know, it just, and good stuff too. I mean, she just ain't out there catting and ratting and things like making simple rhymes. This girl can put a song together. And go check her out. Kelly Zervis, right down there, Kelly's Lot. great bunch of people there in her band. She's had them together forever. They're tight as a drum. All right, let's get into another segment here. My. It's finally here, Eunice, Utah. She sent in her first segment of TG's Down Home featuring Eunice, Utah. And I am just sitting on pins and needles waiting to see that. The crew won't let me look at it. She sent it in, and they've been keeping me away from it. They tell me she's a pretty thing, and she knows what the hell she's talking about when it comes to down home music. And they also told me, because she didn't have anybody lined up, she's actually going to feature a song that I wrote and that TJ sang. Now, I want to pay particular attention to this because it means a lot to me, and it meant a lot to him. And it was actually the last song he recorded. So go ahead, Eunice. Take it, my darling. Oh, hi, you all. My name is Eunice, Utah, and I am just so pleased to be here. I wish it was under different circumstances. I know that TJ did such a fantastic job with, he just the down home series. I'm just a down home girl, I have a gardening service down here. My daddy taught me how, and I used to go without my daddy when I was 14 years old. And he would just hand me a hoe, and I started hoeing when I was 14 years old. Yeah, right down here in Pigbutt. It's not pig's butt. It's Pigbutt, Elvis, Pigbutt. Okay, people down here get mad at you, pig's butt. What's wrong with you? Anyhow, I was out there. I'd hoe all day long, and my daddy would be so proud of me, and then I'm to an age right now I can't do it anymore. I live in my motor home down here in Pigbutt, Tennessee, and but I was just looking out this window. That guy Bob across the street always got a camera, and he always wanted to take pictures of me for some reason. But anyhow, I'm here, and I'm going to be here every week. I'm going to continue the Down Home series. And I'm going to do this, the bluegrass music and just country music and down home music. And since this is my first one, what I want to do tonight, the first time, is I want to spotlight a song that actually Pelvis wrote. Now that man, he's just not a pretty face. I'm telling you that from the heart. He's right here in my heart. That Pelvis, anyhow, he's right here in my heart. And he wrote this song, and TG, he recorded it on his telephone. And then the beauty of that JCB music, that boy down there is just a genius, just a stone genius. And I know Pelvis, I think they got a bromance going, but it's for good reason, because that JCB music, they did a good job. I want you to listen. I can't play you the whole song, but I want you to listen to this song and think about TG and God love him. And it's too bad what happened to him and this damn COVID. We get through this. I've been hung up in this motorhome here for months now. I don't go out hoeing nothing anymore. I've been working with a friend of mine on this website. I'm going to talk to you about that when we get back, okay? But right now, you listen to Broken Down Cowboy, written by that lovely Pelvis. I love that man. That man, handsome. Oh, Lord, if that man wasn't that, I'd be after that. But anyhow, he wrote the song, TG sings it, so you enjoy it.
Staggered up to the bar.
Now, that was just lovely, just absolutely lovely. And that Greg Blaine down there in JCB Music, he's singing harmony on that. And he plays the lead guitar on that. He did a fantastic job, and I know TG was just so proud of that. But anyhow, what I want to talk to you about is, I know Pelvis has brought up the monetization of this channel, and I need some money, you know, because it's not hoeing anymore. I've hardly got any money, but I'm working with a friend of mine. She has this website where she sells things, and we came up with this design, and I want you to see something here. I want to hold this up. Now, we have coffee cups, we have all kinds of stuff, hats with the Screw the News on it, and you God only knows, you got, the media ain't our enemy, but I mean, I got so tired of the news in 2020, that's why this came up. You know, it wasn't that we're against the media, it's just 2020, it's just the media. The news was just so bad, okay? But there's going to be a link down below for this website where you can purchase this, and all the money from the sale of this goes towards Pelvis's pet project, along with that JCB Music guy, Craig Blaine, for independent artists to promote it, to produce their music, okay? So it's a worthy cause. So I mean, I look stunning in this thing, man. It just suits my figure to a T. But it looked good on you, a baseball cap, anything you want. All right, so you go to that website. It's right down there. Just click on that, and they'll send that right out to you. All right? Well, listen, it's been a joy. It's been a joy of my life to be on this show, and I can't wait to look. I'm so excited right now, I can hardly speak. Anyhow, I'll be back with you next week and the week after that. And believe me, I love every one of you, and thank you. And wait a minute, I think that damn Bob's out there with that camera again. He is. He likes to see me in those little shorty shorts and his tie, you know. But anyhow, that's my problem with Bob. Anyhow, I'll talk to you next week. This is Eunice, Utah saying bye, y'all. Well, my. That is a handsome woman, to say the least. And fine job on that. Very fine job on that, Eunice. Appreciate you. And I know TJ would just love you to death, girl. Whew. Anyhow, let's keep things rolling here. All right, up next, Kev's Lick of the Week. And I happen to know he's going to be doing Iron Butterflies in the Gata Navita. And now I happen to know that band. I have a story about that band, as a matter of fact. They used to play in a place in Pacific Beach, California, suburbs of San Diego. They used to play in a club called The Jail. I used to go in there all the time. I was a young buck. I was only 21, 22 years old. But they had a bass player named Malcolm McCassidy. That boy could beat on that bass, man. He all over that stage. He played that bass like a lead guitar. Anyway, but the guitar player in that thing, I want to tell you this little story. I was probably 16, 17 years old, living in Pacific Beach, and I was driving a 1950 Ford I owned at the time. Now, I'm sitting at the corner of Cass and Garnett Street there in Pacific Beach, and this little chubby guy walked in front of my car carrying a guitar case. He's probably 12 years old, something like that. And he was heading to the music store about 3 doors down from that corner there, take a music lesson. Well, he turned out to be the guitar player in Iron Butterfly. And every time I hear that Iron Butterfly or In the Gata Navita, it was supposed to be In the Garden of Eden, but they were so damn drunk and upped when they recorded this thing. He was slurring his words so bad, it came out In the Gata Navita. So anyhow, enough of my foolery here. Take it, Kev.
Let's do it.
back to another Kev's Lick of the Week. This one goes way back when he was playing albums on the radio, for God's sake, 17 minutes long. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. That's about it for that main lick. Anyhow, it's a long one. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.
Do a fine job on that every week, Kev. Appreciate you. Hey, have you noticed? Take a look on the board here, brother. Kev sent me 3 of his CDs, 3 songs of his. And if you guys want to hit the wall of shame too, send me a picture, send me whatever you want to, and I'll pin it up here on the board. We get this thing looking like a collage up here. Well, right now we're going into Ramblin Jake. All right? Ramblin Jake's Big Pink Pick of the Week. Take it, Jake.
Victorian Station and this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick. This week we're going to be featuring Tim Mason Brown of Mason Brown and the Shiners. And he's very special to us because Ramblin Jake is the fiddle player for Mason Brown and the Shiners.
Yeah, we've been playing together in August it'll be 8 years, 7 years? Yeah, 7 years in August. Ian Lyons is in that group. Walt Redman, Sr., he's the one who told me about this great songwriter and musician. And he said, hey, why don't you come over to my house and meet him? And we got together, and it was just, I was blown away from the strike of the first chord.
Okay, well, we're happy that they were a semi-house band here at Victorian Station, and we're going to have an opportunity to hear one of their performances.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. It's my kind of town. I hope you all enjoy it.
Here's Ramblin Jake's Big Pink Pick.
Town where the corn grows, kind of town nobody knows except for a couple hundred people or so. They all feel like in-hoes. The kind of town that might sound funny. They work hard but not much money. Take their time to stop and say hi. They're real good at getting by. Main Street don't ever change. Everybody knows everybody's name. Good news gets around fast, not nearly like the bad. There's only one way in and one way out. My kind of town. Raise Hill comes Saturday night by the glow of a KC lights. Cornhole and natty light sounds like a damn good time. Sunday mornings are made for church. The best jeans and tucked in shirt. Amazing Grace right there with you, sitting in the front pew. Main Street don't ever change. Everybody knows everybody's name. Good news gets around fast, not nearly like the bad. There's only one way in and one way out of my kind of town.
That is a wonderful original by Tim Brown.
Yeah, I tell you, he's put together a lot of nice material. Hopefully we'll be playing some more material in the future. He's also an incredible artist. He has a company, a graphics arts company. He's done our hats.
And our shirts.
He did the CD cover, EP cover. He's terrific. And you've seen his contact information, I think, on the headers. And I hope you reach out to him.
Well, we always say Mason Brown and the Shiners have the best promotional posters, and that's because of Tim.
That's for sure.
Thank you for watching this week's Big Pink Pick.
As always, great job. Hey, we're going to get down to the Hampton, Virginia one of these days. Come in there and listen to some music, suck on some chicken wings. Have a good time, all right? Looking forward to that. And next up is Angela Predhomme. And here's how I did it. Now, this girl brings this show up a step in class. Not that you brought it down a step in class there, Jake, but this girl, you know, look how she dresses. Nice lady. Take it, Angela.
Hey, Angela Predhomme here. Here's how I did it. Hey there, Angela here, and I'm going to tell you how I get placements in general, how these things have happened. And anything that I tell you is kind of only a guess because I'm not the one making the decision. You know, I'm not the one that says, yes, we're going to use this song. You know, that's somebody else and their thought process. Who knows, you know? So anyways, let me tell you about the way that I approach creating music for placement. First of all, I have a really good book by Robin Frederick, and maybe she's done a newer edition, but you know, it's a few years old now, but it's called like Shortcuts to Film and TV Writing or something like that, and it's by Robin Frederick, and she has a lot of great information in there. And she has a lot of really practical details. So here's something that I've done. I go with my strengths. There's a ton of people out there that do amazing instrumental music, you know, and people like my voice, you know. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go with my strengths, you know. I'm not gonna make it about the instruments. I'm gonna make it about the vocal, and I just sort of milk it. And, you know, you have to go with your strengths. You know, if you play the guitar really well, then, you know, or if you do have kind of a style, go with that, you know. But whatever your strengths are, you know, that's what you should focus on. And for me, my voice is what gives me an edge. And so that's what I went with.
Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. Now, here's a very special What's on the Board with Craig Blaine. I want you guys to pay attention to this one, okay? And I'll talk to you about when we get back.
Hey Pelvis, how you doing, my man? This is Craig at JCB Music, another edition of What's on the Board. Shout out to all fans of Screw the News out there listening, watching. Today's bittersweet because we're highlighting a fellow contributor who's no longer, unfortunately, with us. We're talking about TG's Down Home segment and Tom Moore. This is a song that he wrote, Broken Down Cowboy, that he recorded on his phone, just sang and played guitar. Sent to me. I added guitar harmonies. We cleaned it up, and I'd like to play a little before and after for you. So this is TG's Broken Down Cowboy from his iPhone.
Bartender, please, won't you pour me a drink? It's the only thing that'll help me think. Gotta make a plan, gotta get things clear. So when you bring me that whiskey, make it one more beer.
Sounds great, TG. Now let me play what I've done here at JCB.
Bartender, please, won't you pour me? Bartender, please, won't you pour me a drink? It's the only thing that'll help me think. Gotta make a plan, gotta get things clear. So when you bring me that whiskey, make it one more beer. Bartender, please.
Love it, TG. Miss you.
Another
Gonna hand it back to you, Pelvis. Check back for another edition of What's on the Board next week. See ya.
So you see what I'm talking about when I say send the guy your music and he can do something with it. Now, that was all sung into a phone. I took that, I sent it to him, and that's what he did with that song. So he can do the same thing or better for you, all right? And I implore you, just get a hold of JCB Music San Diego. Here it is right here, jcbmusic.com. Craig Blaine, talk to him, get a rate sheet from him. I mean, you won't find anybody cheaper. I mean, the guy is reasonable as hell, and he'll do a good job for you. Holy tamale, he's here. My brother Johnny Booty. I mean, he contacted me and he said, I'll put something together for you, my brother, and I'll send it up next week. Well, he got here. He sent me this little video clip, and he wants to do a weekly segment on the show, and I just love him for it. I love him like a brother. Well, hell, he is a brother. And him and that damn Bruce. I haven't heard from Bruce either. But anyway, Johnny Booty's gonna send a segment every week. And let me correct something. Last week I said he's in a rehab center. Well, come to find out, he owns the damn thing. You know, man did as many drugs as he did. He's qualified to do some rehab. And, you know, I know he's been clean for years, but, you know, a man is overqualified. Let me put it to you that way. So, God love you, my brother. Take it away. Hey, how you doing, y'all? Johnny Booty here. I'm Pelvis's older brother. I'm 3 minutes older than that fool. That's right. Bruce is the youngest, Pelvis is in the center. And me, I'm the head man, so to speak. But, you know, I've been around Pelvis and him for a long period of time. I thought they were doing my own thing, having my own fun and all that. And I made a little bit of money, and so I figured I tried to do something, especially when this fentanyl and all that stuff came along, man. It just got ridiculous. It just got damn ridiculous. So that's why I started Save Your Ass. I'm going to try to save as many people as I can through this. And I want y'all, if you've never tried anything or you're doing something right now, reconsider, please, all right? Life is a lot of fun, and especially if you're in music. I mean, like Pelvis, I can tell you, for example, for Pelvis, when he was doing it, man, he was useless. He was useless as tits on a wheelbarrow, and that's the truth. So, you know, it doesn't enhance anything. I had a guy, I said, well, guy, you know, the guy's coming here, I say to him, why do you do this? He says, it enhances my personality. I said, yeah, but you're an asshole. So what's that doing for you, man? So, anyhow, I was just reading this article. This is the only heavy thing I'm going to say to you tonight. I'm reading this article right now. I'm looking at it right now. 71,000 Americans died of overdose from this fentanyl and all that stuff. So if you're thinking about it, don't do it, okay? Save your ass. Don't do it. All right. Well, here at Save Your Ass, we got a lot of things going on. And I'm going to lighten things up a little bit for you a little bit, share some of my monitor footage with you. I mean, it gets comical around here sometimes, but we have sex addicts. I think we should do an intervention on Pelvis, or we should have done one years back. I mean, we have sex addicts, we have drug addicts, we have Alcoholics Anonymous, and we got one that this is state mandated that I have to have, and that's Overeaters Anonymous. I just don't understand that. Look at this picture. I'm going to put this picture up here in thin air and let you take a look at it. Now, how can you be anonymous? I mean, anonymous means nobody knows. Well, how can you hide that bad ass? Somebody's going to look at that and say, you've been eating too much, haven't you? So anyhow, that's just my opinion. And I'll show you what happened with this girl. This girl came in here, and I'll show you in a little bit, not this segment, but in one of these segments, I'll show you what we did for this girl. So, all right. So let's get to my monitor. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and show you what happened on my monitor. And this one here is why we don't like to put the groups together. This is a guy in anger management. That's another one. We got anger management and an overeater. They're out by the pool. We shouldn't let them congregate together. So watch this, and I'll be right back with you. And I got a whole bunch of monitors I'm going to show you people, and I'll tell you what, I'll lighten up for you in future segments. And what I'd really like to do is, and I'll get on here and get busy and find some. I like to introduce you to some blues. I love the blues, man, and I'll find some blues players and introduce them to you, and I'll show you what's going on my monitor. And I won't let you forget about not taking drugs or anything like that, okay? So I'm glad to be with you, my brother. I am happy to be with you. And I'm happy to do this. And so this is Johnny Booty saying, bye, y'all. All right, now I want you to listen to what my brother told you there, okay? And ain't no hope with the dope, baby. I can tell you that from experience. Ain't no hope with the dope. I tell you, the most unproductive days of my life were when I was snorting and horting and carrying on, okay? So take it for what you want. I don't care what you do with that information, but I'm telling you that from my personal experience, most unproductive time of my life, man. I mean, you can't leave that stuff alone. You got to stay around the house and keep on doing that stuff, you know? And I'll tell you how bad it got. I'm in that house all the time. And in those days, you know, there wasn't as much to watch on TV, and you get down to the point where you're watching damn Flintstones. I mean, a cartoon, I was watching cartoons of Flintstones. And I'll tell you what, that stuff messed with your mind so badly. I remember one day I was looking at the Flintstones, and I thought to myself, damn, that woman's got a hell of a body. You know, a cartoon, I'm fantasizing about a cartoon. I'm thinking about it, seeing if I can get her and Betty Rubble hooked up. You know, it's sick. I mean, it does stuff to your head. You don't need that. All right. So Johnny Booty's going to bring you some information about that every week and share that. Boy, that monitor, huh? That monitor, that's a good thing to have around a place like that. Keep an eye on those people. Well, listen, we're going to get the hell out of here. Let you people get back to your life. I hope you're laughing and scratching with us. And I hope you enjoyed Eunice. Like I said, that's a handsome woman. And Johnny Booty, I love you like a brother, brother. Take care, y'all. Peace.